everyone, so today we are talking solo dining at Disney World, and I think solo trips are becoming more and more popular at Disney World for various reasons. It could be that your friends and family members don't love Disney as much as you do. It is an expensive place to visit, and if you love Disney, then you just have to go for it. Some people just prefer going alone. I love doing solo trips as much as I love going with family and friends. So every now and again, I do love to do a solo trip because it's just so nice to be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want. The freedom is just amazing. So definitely solo trips are becoming more and more popular. And I just wanted to talk about dining because even if you're someone who is comfortable dining alone, I definitely am. I don't have a problem with it. Usually I just eat wherever I want to because I just don't really care. But I know some people, it is a huge big deal dining alone. It's very uncomfortable, you don't feel good about it, and you generally think you'll just stick to counter service places. But for me, when I'm on vacation, especially in the evening, I like to have a sit down meal because it's just part of the vacation for me. I don't like to eat my dinner kind of off a tray in the evening. But if you are a little bit uncomfortable about dining alone, these places are probably the best ones to feel the least uncomfortable. So my first suggestion would be SciFi Dine-in Theatre. This restaurant is very unique. I would suggest that everybody goes there at least once just to experience it. The restaurant is themed like a drive-in movie theatre. So you have the big screen at the beginning, everybody sits in cars to eat. The good thing about this restaurant, it's quite dark. Everybody sits in the cars, and obviously if you're a family, they give you a car and you sit one behind the other. Some people, if it's like a couple, for example, and you're a solo diner, you might be sat in the back of the car, but nobody is gonna turn around and try and have a conversation with you. Obviously they're facing their back to you, so you don't have to worry about anything like that if you don't like that. But everybody's just watching the movies. It's quite quiet in there because people are watching the screen, but nobody is gonna pay any attention to you. Like I said, it's quite dark, so you don't feel conspicuous. I definitely would recommend it. I think it's great for solo dining, and also it's just a fun experience. The food is not anything to get too excited about, but I always enjoy it. They have some good appetizers there which you could go for, and get the Oreo milkshake because it is just so good. I love the Oreo milkshake there. But yeah, this place you're not going to feel like people are looking at you or anything because everybody's doing their own thing and it is quite dark in there. Next up is Tapenade. So this restaurant is a little bit different. Everybody sits around the grill and the chef cooks the food in front of you. So unless you're in a huge group, you are going to be sat with other people. So at your table, for example, you might have a family of 4, then there might be a couple, and then there might be 2 solo diners. So the good thing about it, nobody is paying attention to who is with who in which group. So you don't have to feel like it's obvious that you're on your own. Everybody just enjoys it. The chef kind of does a bit of a show with the cooking. So definitely that is a place where there's no need to feel like you stick out because you're on your own, because everybody's sat together at all of the tables and nobody notices who's with who. So also the food is great there. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but it's well worth trying it at least once. It is a fun experience and it's something a little bit different, but that one is definitely a good one for solo diners. Next up is the lounge at the Wave. So the Wave is at the Contemporary Resort and it is a sit down restaurant, but they do have a bar and a lounge area. So if you eat at the bar, you can order from the main menu. The food is really good there. I've heard great things about the bartenders there. If you want to chat, they're happy to chat with you. If you don't, then they just kind of leave you to it, but it's a really good place to sit and eat. And again, if you're eating at the bar, there's a lot of other people there who might be on conventions because they do have a convention centre at the Contemporary. So again, you don't feel like you're the only solo diner. There will definitely be other people eating at the bar, so you don't have to feel uncomfortable sitting at a table or anything like that and having waiter service come to you. So that is definitely a good suggestion. And there are other bars at a lot of the other deluxe resorts where you can do the same thing and sit at the bar and eat from the main menu. So those are definitely good places to go. But the Wave, I've heard really good things about that. So the next one I would recommend is over at Disney Springs, and it's the AMC Fork and Screen Dine-in Theatre. So the movie theatre at Disney Springs has dedicated screens where you can actually eat dinner while you watch the movie. And this is a great place to go if you're a solo diner who does not feel comfortable dining alone, because no one is paying attention to what you're doing. Again, you're watching a movie, it's dark. They have enough lighting just underneath the table in front of you so you can see what you're doing to eat. But obviously you're watching the movie and so is everybody else. So it's a really great one to try if if you do feel very uncomfortable dining alone. They have a full menu, the food is really nice, we've tried it before. It can be a little bit expensive by the time you've bought the movie ticket and obviously then the food, but it's a good experience, definitely one to try. And like I said, there's no need to feel uncomfortable in there because no one's paying attention to what anyone else is doing. And staying at Disney Springs, the next one that I would go for is Raglan Road, but specifically at the bar again. So don't bother making a reservation at the actual restaurant. If you just go up to the bar, it's a huge bar that goes all the way around, and lots of solo diners eat at Raglan Road. So again, nobody notices who's with who or what's going on. So if you do feel a bit uncomfortable, again, this is a great option. The food there is so good. You can order anything from the main menu. Normally you can't even get to the bar because so many people are eating there. So it's a very popular choice. They have the entertainment, which is quite nice as well. So if you are looking for something a bit more lively, but you want something where you feel comfortable, this is a great option. And I love Raglan Road, so I can highly recommend that. The next one I would recommend is Yak and Yeti, but again, eating at the bar. So you do have that option. If you don't have a reservation, just ask at the podium, can you go and eat at the bar? It's a really nice little area. It's not huge, so hopefully you should be able to get a seat. Again, you can order anything you want from the main menu. If you want to chat with the bartender, you can. If not, that's fine. They just let you get on with it. But the food there is so good. And again, you just don't have that feeling of sitting at a table on your own, but you can still experience the food and the restaurant itself. So that's another one I'd recommend. And the final one I would recommend is Be Our Guest, specifically for lunch or breakfast, but I think lunch is much better value than breakfast. That is actually considered a quick service restaurant. So if you're on the dining plan, it would only take one of your quick service credits, but it does feel more like a sit down experience because you do have the food brought to you. You can either order it ahead of time or you can order at the kiosk when you get there, and then you just take a seat and the food is brought to you. The reason I recommend it for solo diners, it's such a big restaurant. You've got the main ballroom, you've then got the side rooms. If you sit in the ballroom, there are so many people in there and everybody is just looking at how amazing the restaurant is, doing their own thing, and the tables, if you sit around the edge, are not too close together. Nobody is going to be paying attention to what you're doing. So again, I don't think that you would feel very uncomfortable there compared to some other restaurants. And because it is quick service, the food is literally brought to you and then you're left to get on with it. So I would definitely recommend that one. You can leave whenever you want because you've already paid. You don't have to wait to settle the check or anything. So yeah, Be Our Guest is amazing. It's somewhere that everyone should see because it's so impressive inside, and I definitely would not feel uncomfortable dining there alone. Like I said, everyone's too busy taking it all in and doing their own thing, so that would be my other recommendation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to put your recommendations below. If you've done a solo trip or if you're planning one, let me know where you're planning on eating or how you feel about dining alone, all of those kinds of things. I love to hear from you guys, so definitely put all of that in the comments below of this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. I'm about to go to Disney World again in a few weeks time. I'm so excited. I'll have lots of vlogs coming up, lots of new videos on dining, restaurants, all of that kind of thing. So definitely make sure you're subscribed so you can see all of those as they come up. Thank you guys so much for watching. The next video coming up is on best value snack credits at Disney World, so you'll be able to click on that in just a second. Again, thanks for taking time out to watch, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.